Hello, world! This is my father, Joe Pirillo. I'm Chris Pirillo.
I'm Joe Pirillo.
And this is today's Q&A with, I was going to say you and me, but it's more him and you and him, you and he, the two of you,
Us.
the Q&A. All right, so here's the headline, the question that I wanted to kind of rally around. Last week, there was research that was surfaced suggesting that the TV audience is getting older and older and older and older. And we're talking about watching TV. Classic TV, potentially the TV that you grew up with, is no longer being used as much by younger audiences. It's primarily being used by older audiences. It was found that the average TV viewer in America during the 2013 and 2014 season had a median age 44.4 years, a 6% increase from just 4 years ago. So the TV audience is dying out.
Yeah, but I'm bringing the average up because I'm older than 44.
Well, yes, you are. Hello, Mom.
Hi, and that's because our children stick us in nursing homes, and all we have to do is watch TV.
Y'all are not in a nursing home. Wait, hang on. This isn't about me. 71% of young Americans said they get the majority of their news from the internet.
Oh.
Not the Destroy Chris Pirillo channel.
Yeah, I don't.
So, what do you think? Why do you believe Dad, as a part of the older generation that's not yet in a nursing home, and be careful how you answer because, just saying.
I understand.
Apparently
Yeah.
I have control over that and I didn't know until Mom said something. So thanks, Mom. Sometimes, innocence is a good thing. Why is the TV audience getting older?
I think it's probably the main reason is our generation was, well, my generation was virtually brought up with TV. I can remember the first TV we had. It had a screen about as big as the screen is on an iPhone. And I used to charge the neighborhood kids a nickel to come in and watch TV, and all it was a test pattern. So I've watched TV from that point in my life to right now, and I get all my information from TV. Well, I wouldn't say all of it, because I newspaper, and I don't depend on the internet for any of my news. I might, for sports, I might look up scores or something like that, but other than that, I don't.
And why do you still watch TV?
I use TV for two reasons. Number one, to me, it's entertaining for me. I know I sit too long in front of a television all day, or most of the days, unless we're out traveling, which we do quite a bit of. I just find TV, it relaxes me. I also get my news from the TV.
Yeah, but why wouldn't you get your news from the internet? You have a phone, you have a tablet, they're always on.
To me, I still have a lack of trust of things I read on the internet.
Whoa, hang on. So you don't trust the internet, yet you trust...
I didn't say that. I said
All
I
right.
don't trust the news I get on the internet because it can be too slanted. And it's just like, for example, people, because it's on a computer, they automatically think it's right. It's like if you've ever had a bill that the vendor has screwed up, you try and get that straightened out. It's very difficult because on the other end of the phone, they'll say, well, the computer says. Well, I don't want to hear that. If it's wrong, it's wrong. I don't care who did it. But my concern is it's too easy to manipulate the news. I'm not even sure although I know a lot of like current events, like things going on right now all over the world, I know they hit the news quicker because of Twitter, especially from, if I understand all that correctly, is they tweet these things right now, and you already know what's happening before it does hit the news. I do know that to be true, but then again, what you read in those comments, you don't know which one of those comments are true and which one of the comments are not true. And there are foreign countries now trying to kill off all of it, like Twitter, Facebook, all Google Plus, all those, because they want to control what their people can do and can't do and what they read and don't read.
Okay, that's even better of a segue. Why do you trust traditional news or news stations or anything that comes down through TV compared to the internet? Because couldn't one source on TV be just as corrupt or potentially controlled as a source on the internet?
I said I watched the news, but did I say I trusted the news?
No, but at the same time, let's go one level deeper. Why is the TV that source versus the internet?
I listen to two, in addition to the network news, and I'll watch 2 network news every night. Like I'll try and watch, I don't want to say the networks, but I'll watch 2 networks. Then I'll watch 2 of the big giants nowadays, Fox and CNN. And I watch both of those. And then I make my own decision based on what I hear on both of those.
But why do you trust them? Oh, no, you don't trust them. Okay,
trust
hang on,
them. I'm comparing one against the other.
I got that, but why does TV then? I'm still, Mom, are you okay? You keep jingling back there. Well, that's not a TV. I can tell you that much right now. You sit in front of the TV, usually with your phone or your tablet, or why does, even if you don't trust it, why does TV still hold that much more importance for you in terms of relevance to news?
Because I think it's important. I think Mom was commenting, I can't remember if we did it in a video or what, but we don't want to lose that communications, the facial thing, because you see people's face and the person giving the news is going to give some indication of how it is just by watching their facial expressions. And you don't, if you read it in Twitter or you read it in Facebook, you don't see that. You lose that the face-to-face thing.
So it's about seeing someone's face.
I guess, yeah.
Okay, so then why,
not so much seeing their face, but seeing the expressions they make when they're talking.
Okay, so why not watch your news on YouTube?
Like they could say, the world's going to end.
Right. So, a winky and a tweet couldn't accomplish the same thing?
Well, no, because you don't know what they mean and you can't actually see them. They may be doing a wink and laughing as they do the wink.
All right. So
but why not see it?
Why couldn't you watch a video online? Why the TV versus a video online? YouTube or the like?
Well, I watch a video online. I do that.
No, but
for example, to the point just of last night, there's a talk show. Hang on.
Your news. Wait. Your news source. I'm still trying to get to this. Why is it the TV and not the internet?
I told you because I see the facial expression as he talks.
Yeah, but you could see someone as they talk on the internet with video. Why does it have to be the TV as your primary source versus a video on the internet?
Well, because the networks are held to some sort of standard.
Really?
Yes.
You think?
Yeah.
I would argue. I would argue that point.
Well, good reporters, they always have like 2 sources or 3 sources or whatever before they'll do a story.
Okay, how many times have you watched, you're passionate about motorcycles, you like motorcycles. Yeah. How many times have you watched a story about motorcycle safety only to hear the reporter screw up a fact?
Well, they don't always give the facts.
Okay, so coming down through a traditional television network, a reporter who's trained in journalism or likely trained in some kind of video journalism or journalism in general, and they screw up the facts, why still would you go to TV before the internet, before a source or a trusted source?
Because I would see them. But you are making me think.
Well, think about this. You're watching some recent news, and you kept asking about a word that kept coming up over and over again.
Now I have gone further. Yeah, okay, exactly. Okay. I have gone further than the news, TV, what I see on TV. I'll see something on TV. I can't pronounce the word, but they were talking about a new government in the Middle East, and I didn't know what the word what it meant. And I asked Chris, and then he texted me a link that kind of explained that. So I got that information. I heard it on the news, but got the explanation of what the word was on the internet.
So why is it the TV? Why is it always the TV? If you could watch the same shows that you enjoyed, instead of having to go through a network, you enjoy a lot of classic shows.
Yeah,
instead of going through the TV or waiting for a cable or television service provider to push that content down the pike to you, why not just go to the internet and look at something directly if you could?
I don't know the answer to that question.
Well, neither do I. I'm just asking. I got a chance to ask the TV
I know,
audience.
for example, I know I can, whatever, Netflix or whatever those services are, I can watch a whole series right in a row. Like an older series, I can go watch each one right in a row.
Okay, now I'm going to ask you.
I know I can do that. I just never have done that.
I'll ask you a very targeted question. In terms of the screens you have a television screen. Let's just assume every television screen. You have a tablet screen, you have a PC screen, you have, say, a phone screen. Or traditional PC screen, whether we're talking a desktop or laptop. What screen do you feel you spend the most amount of time on?
Television.
Okay. Which screen do you feel that it would be very difficult to go a day without? I know the answer to this question.
It would probably be my phone.
Yep. Okay, so then why is that phone?
Because you made me dependent on it.
I didn't make anything. I didn't make anything. You went in willingly, with open eyes.
No, I didn't. I was skeptical when I remember how skeptical I was. Now, if I forget it, I go nuts.
Yeah, you forgot it last night at dinner.
I was twiddling my thumbs last night at dinner because I didn't have my phone.
Why do you think the biggest networks seem to be losing younger viewers the fastest?
Well, because I think the younger viewers, really, now you think about it, the generations aren't too much unlike, because my generation learned to get everything from the television, their entertainment, their news, everything from the television. The newer generation are growing up with devices. I mean, you can hardly go anywhere and you don't see children, I mean very, very young children, either, I don't know if they're, what type of phone it is, but some kind of device in their hands and they're playing with it. It could be an iPad, it could be an iPhone, it could be a Android, it could be anything, but they're playing on it and they're getting used to it real quick. I have I think Xander's 5 or 6, and he has his own email account. So he's growing up with that. So he'll grow up dependent on that media, just like I grew up being dependent on television. So really, they're not unlike. They just growing up with a different media, and they're getting comfortable with that media. Now, he'll probably become uncomfortable with television and more comfortable with computers because of his age, just like your child. They'll be comfortable with whatever they're brought up with.
And hopefully they will.
And I think there's an iPad, an iPhone, and an Android in the crib, but I'm not sure. I'm not spreading any rumors.
No. Actually, you should not, according to research and trusted research, not found by way of the TV. It's best to keep that kind of technology away from children that are under the age of 2 and then even after 2 to limit their exposure, because it'll actually increase the possibility of them having behavioral problems, mental problems.
Well, maybe that's what's wrong with society now. Maybe that's why there is so much problems.
Short attention
they're
spans,
growing up on
the expectation that they can get anything they want anytime they want. The expectation
and they want it now.
No empathy for people. To come back to your point, Dad, I'm willing to concede.
Yeah, we call it the now generation. I want it now. Can't wait for it. I want it now. I want my driver's license now. I want to graduate from school now. I want to learn this now. I want this now, instead of having to wait for it. And unfortunately, we as adults give it to them now. So we help create that attitude,
unless you willingly forego that.
Yeah, unless you stop it.
And you understand.
Well, if you remember as a child, we used to force you outside.
Yeah, that worked out well, didn't it?
Yeah, look what happened.
You remember the last time I went outside. All right, I think we've beaten this topic to death.
In fact.
Oh, God. Oh, no, thank you, everybody, for tuning in.
No,
it's been great here.
I'd be watching television, tell them to go outside. And I'd stay inside watching television.
There you go. Irony, handed down from on high. At this point, we're going to leave you to your own device.